Hello, I'm Maxwell, and I help teach young men find purpose in life. Today, I want to talk about the top 3 signs of depression. Now, I know this is Men's Mental Health Month, so I thought it'd be a good time to record this video. And even in my own personal life, I've had some reoccurring symptoms just with the stress. So, to go straight into it and cut all the bullshit, the first symptom is having no motivation for life. I find as young men, we need to have zest or zeal to fully conquer the life, to get out of bed and really just go at it. So when you lose that, when you lose the feeling of, oh yeah, I got this. Like, I want to jump out of bed and just get everything done. I'm so motivated. Now, there is times in life where you're not going to be motivated. It's not going to be depression. It's just going to be this idea of you just need more discipline and your emotions shouldn't play a big factor in it. But when it becomes such an obvious sign in your depression, maybe in this moment you don't actually know what is causing you to grieve or to be upset or depressed, but you go to the gym, for example. I like to imagine all my viewers go to the gym. It's something every person should go do. Now, you might not have any motivation in the gym, but when it's been weeks after weeks, you go in there, you go through the motions, and you get no fulfillment from it. Now, maybe the gym isn't a layer of your purpose anymore, but you can't get a good workout in. You're just depressed, thinking it's stupid, going through the motions. You wake up, you can't even eat breakfast because you think, what's the point? You can't even hang out with friends because you think they're just stupid idiots. You start thinking like that and noticing how little of emphasis you have when it comes to just going throughout life. That's a big sign. Because I'm gonna be completely honest, when I've been depressed, like, I try to go to the gym. And I'm gonna tell you this little tip before I get to the tips at the very end of the video, is just continue to do it. Just trust me. Before I get into the actual tips of what can help you, just trust to continue to go through the motions of life. Whether that is going to the gym, eating your food, going to your social obligations. Even though you've lost all motivation to do them, probably by what I'm assuming is the influence of depression, you need to go out there and still get them done. And I'll get into that in a later part. For the second step is you enjoy sleeping more than you enjoy living. Now, sleep is the cousin of death. When you go to bed, there is no influence really on what's going to happen. You close your eyes and you either wake up, or you close your eyes and you have immaculate dreams and you wake up. But what I noticed when I was really depressed was I just loved sleeping. I loved rotting away in my bed, because if you have no reason to live, why would you do anything else than to just stand still and sleep your day away? This illusion of death, because you could just close your eyes and not be there. So when you're starting to enjoy sleeping more than you enjoy actually being awake, that's one of the biggest signs, and it's so dangerous, because you will go throughout life and you think, oh, this is so pointless. You'll lose that motivation, and then you start thinking to yourself, dude, I just don't even enjoy my time awake because I feel like I'm getting nowhere in life. So then you start sleeping more. You start sleeping in just to avoid being awake, to avoid your deeper roots of your problems. So when you start enjoying sleep too much, with the idea that it is its emphasis on the more you sleep, the less you're living. And as young men, we need to be living so fucking much, because we need to conquer the world. And for the third and final sign, is it's obviously thoughts of suicide. That is so dangerous. That is such a stupid fucking thought, and you need to get rid of those ideas right away. You can't have those drilled into your mind when everything gets hard and difficult. You just think, all right, I'm going to go off myself. Think about how easy that would be. Just to turn the lights off. to get rid of all my problems. Yeah, but you'll be a fucking loser. You might have this idea of the afterlife and whatever happens. And when you end yourself, nothing really even fucking matters. Yes, it fucking does. Yes, it does. You hold on to life right now. You don't ever give up. And I'll get into some more reasons towards the end of this video, but I'll tell you right now, you shut down every one of those fucking thoughts. If you need to hear this, you need to hear this right now. Because those thoughts are evil. Are you going to be a lesser version of yourself and cut yourself off completely because you can't go through some trials and tribulations? Life is hard. So you must be strong to endure it. Now, I don't know what you're going through, but I swear to God that I've been to some moments in my life that I really wish that I did it, that I really wanted. And looking back years later, I'm so grateful I didn't, because I was able to change my life for the better. So every time you get one of those thoughts, you say, oh, that's a stupid fucking thought. You push that away. You reflect right away. Oh no, your math was hard. Oh no, the girl rejected me. Oh no, I don't have my riches right now. I got to a point where I was having thoughts of suicide every little inconvenience. And that is so hard, because when you have no motivation for life, you just want to sleep. And then you have those thoughts reoccurring in your head over and over and over and over again. It builds up if you do not reflect and change your life, because you are a reflection of your exterior self. You can be all interior monk mode, but a lot of times of the root reasons of your problems is because of the outside stuff. And that means not the family and whatever, but how you're living life. So to get into the actual steps on how to change your life for the better, to get rid of these depressive thoughts, is honestly to have a higher reason of life, a purpose. Now, when I was depressed and suicidal, frankly, I had no reason for life. I was chasing consumption, pleasure, dopamine. I was playing video games, watching porn, jerking off, movies, anime. I was an absolute loser. I was living a loser's life. So then I reflected as a loser, and a loser kills himself. So then I said, all right, I don't want to be this. I want to actually live. I want to see what living is like if I actually give myself reason. So when my first layer of purpose was like self-improvement, this is before self-improvement was a fucking thing, or at least I didn't even know about it. I was like, all right, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to journal, I'm going to start working out. Those 3 obsessions saved my life because I had a reason to live, because I had something to do. And they improved my life, which was a plus, because my life was such in a dark place, I didn't have any enjoy for living. So right now, if you're depressed, you think, all right, what can I start living for? What is my purpose? What is my obsession? Do I love history? Can I find a way to teach it? Do I love working out? That could be my new obsession. Can I turn that into a business? Maybe I love working on motors. You got to find a reason. You've got to find your niche, whether you can turn that into entrepreneurship or whatever. The biggest thing right now is just finding a purpose. The purpose is your obsession right now. You might not have a purpose. You might be living someone else's life. So I compel you to go out in nature, or to, okay, first off, either go out in nature and meditate on the reason of what your purpose wants to be. Like, what would you do if you had all the money in the world? Like, I made videos on purpose before. I'm not going to get fully into it. The second option is to get into your room, shut all your walls, stare at the wall, and just think for days on why are you living? Like, what is the purpose that you can have? So when you find the purpose, you obsess over it. And then when you have a reason to live, everything becomes so much more fruitful and enjoying when you pursue the reason of your life, your obsession. And then the second thing is you always got to have hope. It's really easy to look right now in the moment and think, dude, my life fucking sucks. I got to go do this. I don't know if I'm going to have money for next rent. Here's an idea. Here's a perspective change. If you're doing good stuff right now, which hopefully you are, you're on self-improvement, you're trying to better your life, you can't say 5 months from now is going to be worse. Because what if 5 months of continuously doing the hard work, and of course, you in every present moment has to pick the hard work right now so the future self can enjoy the fruits of your labor. So don't fucking slack off because your future self's waiting on you. So you have to say, 5 months from now, a year, 5, 10 years from now, if I continue to keep doing the hard work and the good stuff, hypothetically, I'm going to be in a better position than I am now. So how can I ever look at the future with bad gloom? So always have hope. Because when I had hope that I would change, that if I just set aside 2 weeks to better myself, I wouldn't. And yeah, things turn better. I'm living right now. And for my final tip to improve your mental health, of course, I'm kind of skipping other crucial things like gratitude journaling, actually going outside, doing things to improve the quality of your living. This was more on a different perspective of stuff you don't usually hear. But the last step I do want to say is never turn inwards. Never crawl up into a ball. If you're hurting and you're depressed, you have to stay open and loving. Allow love into your life. It's so easy to be depressed and just turn inwards. Say, no, I'm not going to go out with you guys. Sorry. Or I'm not going to go do this. Oh, I'm not going to put a smile on my face. I'm just going to go in my room, turn off the lights, and go in a fetal position and cry. That's happened to me. I'm going to be truthfully honest for you. That was something of what I learned is the more I turn inwards, the more depressed and more crazy I'm going to get. So you need to open yourself up physically, mentally, and take deep breaths. And have some good friends, dude. I don't know about, excuse me, I don't know how many times I've been depressed. And I kind of just knew, like, I need to be surrounded by loved ones. So even though in the moment I would hate it, and I'm like, oh, I'm all edgy and I'm depressed and I got problems in my life, is I would call up my family and be like, hey, let's go do something. I'm probably going to hate it and be miserable to them, but like, I'm not doing good. No promises I'm going to be social or anything, but be around a high vibrational state of love. Call up your friends, go hit a workout with them. Because when you are surrounded by people that are loving and are happy, they're going to force you to be in that state because you can't just mope around like people like that. So hopefully these actual steps helped you, and the symptoms that I told you will help you reflect and see if you have bad mental health or not. I do want to say I'm not a professional, but I have lived the life of depression and those bad, evil thoughts. Always go out and try to improve your life before ever doing anything. Talk to people and understand life is ultimately worth living because you can shape it into a reality that you want. Again, I'm Maxwell. I appreciate if you like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next video.